Not only has she amassed a superior scholastic record that speaks for itself, AP Scholar with distinction in College Board Hispanic American Scholar, among many others, but she has also displayed outstanding leadership as a community contributor at ASFG. She is, without a doubt, one of the best students and citizens to have studied at the ASFG and its illustrious 100 years of existence. Harvard University is indeed very fortunate to have been chosen as a place where she will pursue her bachelor's degree. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the ASFG class of 2009 salutatorian, Megan Verlage.
Fellow graduates, over the past 13 years, we have shared our lives among the classrooms and corridors of the American School Foundation of Guadalajara. We have danced our way through Folklorama, pushed ourselves through the mini Olympics, grieved over the loss of a beloved principal, and worked tirelessly to save hundreds of turtles on the beaches of the Pacific coast. Together, we have shared and created countless stories that will forever bond us together as a generation. Today, I would like to offer two seemingly unrelated yet connected stories, the last stories we will share as students of the ASFG. My first story is of a man known as Easy Eddie. Easy Eddie was the head lawyer for Al Capone, the corrupt gangster who controlled the city of Chicago for decades. Using his natural brilliance as an attorney, Easy Eddie was more than capable of keeping Capone out of jail and was rewarded generously for it. Eddie seemed to have it all. He had money, servants, estates, but of all his possessions, what he loved more than anything was his son. Eddie gave him all that any boy ever needed or desired. But among all the luxuries that a father could lavish on his child, there were two things that Eddie knew he could not give his own son: a good name and a good example. The tainted name Eddie now carried began to haunt him. Eddie made the decision to do the right thing and sacrifice his job, his influence, and probably his own life to try and save his name. Easy Eddie joined the government as an informant so that they could convict Al Capone. He enabled authorities to give the criminal a lifelong prison sentence. A year later, Eddie was gunned down on the streets of Chicago. But Eddie had achieved what he had set out to do. Easy Eddie made the ultimate sacrifice for his son. Such devotion is something that all parents have in common, including those sitting with us today. Let us now stand and applaud our own devoted parents. My second story is of a man named Butch O'Hare, a U.S. Naval Academy graduate who served as a pilot for the U.S. Navy during World War II. While on deployment, Butch took to the air on February 20th, 1942 with his squadron, only to find that he was low on fuel and had to return to the ship. As he approached his fleet, he was confronted by an entire squadron of Japanese planes. Knowing that no other planes were there to defend the fleet, Butch flew straight in to fight them, with the seemingly impossible task of scaring them off. After destroying 5 enemy planes, the rest of the Japanese squadron fled, and Butch returned safely to the ships he had just saved. For his patriotic valor, Butch was awarded the very first Congressional Medal of Honor, the highest decoration of the United States. Butch was killed in battle a year later, but his memory lives on. You may recognize his name from the Chicago O'Hare Airport, which I am sure many of you have or Butch O'Hare was the son Easy Eddie had loved so dearly. It is amazing to think that the name that Eddie died to clear now lives in fame instead of infamy, and that his sacrifice made such a large difference in the world and in his son's life. When the police searched Eddie's body after he was shot, a poem by Robert H. Smith was found in his vest pocket. It reads, "The clock of life is wound but once, and no man has the power to tell just when the hands will stop, at late or early hour. To lose one's wealth is sad indeed, to lose one's health is more. To lose one's soul is such a loss that no man can restore. The present only is our own, so live, love, toil with a will. Place no faith in tomorrow, for the clock may then be still." Easy Eddie chose to redeem himself, and with a single righteous decision, managed to change his family legacy. Butch O'Hare is immortalized in the annals of U.S. history. Both father and son fought and died for something they believed in. And so, my fellow graduates, I leave you with a message of carpe diem. Seize the day, revel in it, and never forget that you always have the power to make a difference.